Hi, this is Sam. I just want to talk about my near death experience again. I was just asking myself and talking to someone, and they said, well, why don't you go into meditation and just really find out what was going on? So, during my near death experience, who were these aliens? Just to recap briefly my near death experience, when I was 6 years old, I was run over by a van that crushed the left side of my body, head trauma, broken elbow, broken hip. I was pretty much a mess and spent a lot of time in the hospital. Well, that night after the accident, I had all these tubes in me keeping me alive. Then what I remember is being placed back in the body and seeing these six beings around me, three on each side, removing my tubes and stuff. But then the next morning, my mom came in and said, why'd you remove your tubes? To me, there was nothing out there, that it had to be me. So then I forgot about this memory completely until I healed from these 5 incurable diseases that I had, including bipolar, psoriasis, multiple sclerosis. I was mentally and physically disabled, but today I'm fine. So I'm just sitting with this question now, though. During my near-death experience, who were these aliens? And that's the one thing I found with my meditation practice. And even Eckhart Tolle has said this before, where he gets his insight. Out of the stillness, wisdom arises. So these six beings, and I just wrote some notes here this morning from my sitting with this and just inquiring. They were the High Council from the Osho system. I never heard of the Osho system, so I have no idea who they are. Apparently, they're an evolved race that works with the Pleiadians and Arcturians. And the way they showed me was these two systems, and they're behind them acting as guides, similar to the way we have spirit guides here on Earth, guiding us, providing us wisdom, and all of that. But what they were telling me that and when I see all these six beings, when I looked at some photos on these Pleiadians, Arcturians, they look like the Arcturians a little bit, if that helps any, I don't know. So it was actually the council blocked this memory until I healed myself with no outside help. So they wanted to keep this memory suppressed until I healed myself. So if I never healed myself, then I would never had this memory of this experience. It was kind of odd. So they blocked this message. So they wanted me to be the example of the human potential when we fully realize our inner strength. That our soul has immense power as it's connected to the One. And One came up in quotes. And they too have theories about the One, but no conclusive answers. Pretty much like our Big Bang Theory. We don't know where all this came from, but they have some theories on, but there's no conclusive. They just call it One, in quotes, that we're all connected to this One. And if you see all my videos, talk about finding our own inner strength. And through our own inner strength, we can create miracles, whatever. It's really hard to put into words, but the doctors can't explain my healing. And this came about after meditation one day when I heard a voice say, perfect spirit. And I was like, that's it. My spirit is whole. It's just simply this body that's damaged. Then I just follow this intuitive voice to heal the body. And this intuitive voice is just really short, sweet, no stories, no explanations, like perfect spirit, do yoga, drink water, less meat, less, just really short to the point with no stories attached. The mind loves its stories. So that's what the big example for me was, that we can heal ourselves. And that was their lesson from this council, was that, yeah, you can heal yourself. So people call me Arcturian today. That's not entirely wrong or correct, because I inquired that too. And I'm also a bit of a hybrid. I think I have some Pleiadian, I'm just making this up, Pleiadian and Arcturian mixed in. It doesn't feel like it's complete when I sat with that I'm not 100% Arcturian. There's some other influences, because I just can't explain what I do. I heal people without really Savior. Our Savior is ourself, of tapping into our own strength and connecting to the One. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. There's some other experiences that I'll share later about my past lives and how long I was on this healing journey. It took me a couple hundred years to figure out how to heal myself, if you believe in past lives. That's at least the impression that I get out of this deep wisdom that, we have everything that we need within us if we can just quiet the mind blocking the flow of the universe. Now we can let go of all these alien races, whatever. We're all connected to this one. And everything that's out there is just these aids. And I see that there is all these dimensions that we have no clue about, and all these various aliens and everything else. It's just really overwhelming for the brain to understand. But ultimately, it's just a realization that these are just our helpers out there, our aids. But we have to save ourselves, if you will. That we have to be the catalyst for change in our life. And all I do in these inner peace sessions is quiet the mind and allow your intuitive voice to rise. And some healing does happen. I can't explain it. I simply get out of the way and allow Spirit to move through me. That's all for today. You have everything you need. Much blessings to you. Bye-bye.